Hey guys, good Wednesday morning to you. It's about 9 o'clock Wednesday morning here, 48 top up degrees, damp, cool, cloudy day. And what I want to touch on this morning is, when you're towing a travel trailer down the highway with your tow vehicle, supposedly the battery is being charged as you're driving, the battery on the travel trailer, okay? Because you have a 7-pin connector that you plug into your vehicle, and in that, on the 7 pins, the 4th pin supposedly is the pin that trickle charges the battery to the travel trailer or whatever you're towing while you are towing down the highway. However, it doesn't charge very much. But just to show you how you can get misinformation from people who hate to say those 3 magic words, and the 3 magic words are, I don't know. Okay, because I called the RV dealer over in Georgetown, Texas yesterday because I had this question about it, and I got the service manager on the phone. And I said, sir, I bought a new RV there a few months ago, and I just wanted to know, when I'm towing my travel trailer down the road, is my battery being charged, and if so, how much? And he immediately said, yes, your battery is being towed by the vehicle alternator as you're towing it down the highway. And he said, no more than whatever the alternator puts out. That is totally wrong, okay? Because I don't know how many amps the alternator in the vehicle puts out, but it puts out a lot, probably 30 amps or more, I don't know. But he said that no more than 30 amps. Well, I can promise you this, that when you're towing down the highway, that battery is not being charged that fast. Why? Because I have towed RVs a long time, and it doesn't do it, I'll guarantee you. But then I got on a forum and did some research asking that question, how much is the battery being charged and blah, blah, blah. And one guy had what I think is a pretty good answer, said that at best, you're getting 12 volts, which is basically a trickle charge into the battery as you're towing down the highway. So I think that is a satisfactory answer. But I will check my battery prior to towing next time, and then check it again when I get to the campsite and see if I can tell how much it's being charged. I mean, I know there's a way to go direct to the battery. You do some kind of thing from to your a connector to your alternator and then to the battery, and it'll charge it. But there's also the problem with that of blowing a fuse and damaging your alternator and some other things. And they say, well, if you do it right, there's not. Well, I don't even know how to do it at all, so I'm not going to do it right. Okay, so. But I was looking at the options for charging the battery, while you're traveling, using that time rather than that just being a dead drain on the battery while you're traveling. And it appears that just right now, for me, unless you put roof solar, that's it, is that using the connector from the vehicle to charge the battery at whatever rate it charges. I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know. But right now it's kind of iffy. The dealer or the service manager says one thing. I hate that when somebody just shoots from the hip, because particularly in a situation like that, I'm not going to rely on that information because I know it's erroneous. But someone could rely on that to their dismay and cause them a camping problem with their battery, or battery being dead or so forth. But anyway, there's the 3 magic words that I don't mind hearing at all are I don't know. Okay, those are 3 words I do not mind hearing at all, anytime. But then there's 4 words that I love to hear right after that. The 4 words I love to hear right after that, but I will find out. So if you hear these 7 words all together, it sounds really refreshing when someone says this: I don't know, but I'll find out. How about that? You know, but anyway, not many people do that. A lot of people do not like or will not say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't mind saying it at all because most of the time I don't. But anyway, guys, so we're just out for a drive this morning. It is a gray sky in Central Texas. This is typical for January. I did watch a couple of videos from the RTR, some people just arriving. This is, you know, I'm just rambling. And this is a driving video, so I have the freedom to just move around, and I do. But in the comment call this morning, I mentioned, you know, someone I had seen where it was raining at Quartzsite. Well, you know, that's a two-edged sword. The reason I say that is in the desert where that is, and I've been there, is it can be very dusty. Well, the upside of that rain, and it's not a heavy rain, it'll just be a light misty rain. They don't get much heavy rain out there, and it'll just it'll stop the dust, which is great. Now, will it cause some mud issues? Minor, because it's pretty rocky there. I mean, it's kind of like Big Bend in that respect. I mean, the desert is just loaded out there with rocks. I mean, if you get stuck out there, I think you have to work at it. But now, let me say this. Let me add an addendum to that. You can get stuck in the desert, trust me. Because there's a clay layer on top of that. Out in Big Bend, it's called bentonite. I'm not sure what it is in Quartzsite, but in Big Bend, it's bentonite clay. And that clay, when it gets wet, finally, I promise you, you can't go anywhere on it. It is like ice. And then whenever it dries, it's like concrete. So you go from one extreme to the other. And I'm not sure what they've got in Quartzsite, but I can assure you they got something. But anyway, I wish all those guys out there luck. Hope they all have a good time. And I know, again, I mentioned in the comment call why they go there. It's cheap, and the climate is good this time of the year. So, you know, that's where people go. You know, if you're full-time RVing, you know, what else are you going to do? You can't go north. And a few of them come down south. Or we get a few of them through in Texas that go down to the border and stay about a month. But it's not cheap. You know, average RV parking along the valley is probably right now $300 to $400, plus you pay the electricity. Might be a few under that, but I doubt it. Because they rely on that income, because usually the snowbirds start arriving right about Thanksgiving, and then after Christmas the remainder will appear, and they stay through most of them stay through March. But anyway, guys, this is for you new people. This is Central Texas, USA, and I am Rusty78609. I am also an Amazon affiliate, and for those of you that use the link in the video descriptions, I get a small commission, and it does not cost you anything. So if you think about it, use it. If you don't think about it, don't worry about it. You don't need to go to any extra effort, but if it's convenient and you can and you want to, I appreciate it. But anyway, onward we go. This is Park Road 4 in Central Texas, 46 top up degrees right now. And we're going to be going somewhere soon. And what I'm planning on doing now, I haven't polished the diamond completely on my solar plans, but as far as putting anything on the roof, I've pretty much ruled that out. Because of two reasons. One, having to park in the sunlight, and two, cleaning panels issues, because I'm not going to be using them year round. I'll only be using them probably 6 months a year, and for that, you know, storing the portable panels is much more adept at that. It's much more fitted to that type of lifestyle. because I'll travel for a few months maybe, and then I'll come back to my home base, because it's home. It is definitely home. So I'm out and about this morning going to do my walking. I've done my stretches already. Got me some green decaffeinated Paul Newman organic tea that I got from Amazon, and life ain't bad. I'm averaging 25.3 miles per gallon in my V6 Ram pickup 2017, 8-speed 321 gears, and it tows my little 2,400-pound travel trailer wonderfully, but the gas mileage is cut exactly in half, almost, and that's towing at about 60 miles an hour. Park Road 4 goes by Inks Lake State Park. It also goes by Longhorn Cavern State Park, and there's some deer on the right. If you see them, maybe you will, maybe you won't. You know, they can jump a fence easily, and it's amazing. What interests me is an antelope will not jump a fence. A deer will. Antelope will run right up to a fence and stop. And you know why that is? Because that's just the way it is. You know, in the comment call this morning, this guy asked a few questions, you know, like, you know, if there were no darkness, would we know what light is? You know, questions like that. And those are just mind bender questions, which are interesting exercises, but to me, keep it simple. I try to, even though I complicate things sometimes, I don't intend to, but I can by accident complicate things. But for me, you know, whenever I'm traveling and I'll do a video, somebody will say, what kind of trees were those, Rusty? Or what kind of plants were those? Or what kind of flowers were those? Well, you know, if it's easy for me to find out, I will, but I really don't care, you know. If it's a pretty flower, it's a pretty flower, and that's all I need to know. Or if it's a wonderful looking tree, has a good shape, that's fine with me. I'll go with that. It's a shapely tree. So that's kind of the way I've always been. I don't know if you call that lazy-minded or what, but it's just the way I am. I never really was interested in the scientific names of things, because I can't pronounce half of them anyway. But on and on it goes, guys. You realize right now it's January the 10th, 2018. I've had my Puff, my new 2018 Coachman Clipper Cadet 16 CFB for nearly 3 months already. Isn't that amazing how time slips away? Keeps on slipping into the future. Yeah, I woke up this morning, I was 72 years old. 72 years ago, I just woke up. So I think I'll have a swaller. See, that's a southern word for swallow. I'll have a swaller. Oh, that's good tea. Good, Igor. Igor, drink more. There goes a guy pulling a little RV with an SUV. He's got him a Casita. 17-foot double axle. That's a good RV. I went and looked at them in Rice, Texas. They're very well built. They're pretty on the inside, really neat, really lightweight, reasonably so. That one weighs more than mine, actually. Yeah, I'm very happy with my RV. I am. I mean, I really am. I mean, you know, as far as it being well built, I mean, shit, guys. I mean, when you buy an RV, you're buying an RV. You know what I mean? I don't care now. You know, the Casitas, Scamps, Airstreams, and all that other stuff. You know, those are probably pretty well built. But your rank and file, middle of the road RVs are what they are. I've lived in them for 25 plus years, and believe me, but they last amazingly long. I mean, like if you keep, like I got mine under a cover, but of course all the new ones have you know, they have a better flooring because the flooring doesn't have a tendency to rot like the older ones did, and the walls are aluminum now instead of wood, and the roof struts are aluminum instead of wood. So, you know, there's a lot of, I mean, that's quality to me. This RV I've got now, I mean, I don't know how long I'll keep it. I lived in one, a 19-footer for 12 years. I really did. Called a Kit Sportsman, I think is what it was called. Kit, K-I-T, Sportsman, 19-foot. And I think it was a 1995. It was fairly new when I got it. The guy gave it to me. I mean, I won't get into that story again, but there's a lot to that. So we're coming into Marble Falls, Texas, folks. This is Highway 281. This is your pilot speaking. We'll be landing in about 4 minutes. The temperature at Lowe's Hardware is 46 degrees. So fasten your seat belts and put up your seat backs. Turn off all your electronic gear. We're fixing to land. I did a lot of flying. A lot. I did a lot of that. You know, whenever you can always tell the guys that fly a lot is they don't care about a window seat. They want to sit by the aisle so they can get out quick. That's it. And the only thing they're taking is overhead. That's it. No luggage to pick up or check. Just put your stuff in the overhead, and that's it for 3-4 days. Did that a lot. I always thought it was pretty coming into large cities at night, because I'd look out the window and I'd say, look at all the lonely people. I mean, that's how you can really see the world. I mean, there we were in our little boxes with our lights on, thinking we're the most important thing in the world, and we're not even an atom in the universe. I always liked the name Adam and Eve, because, you know, you take atoms and electrons, that's pretty much what makes the world start, you know. Here we come in, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be touching down here in just a few seconds. I'm going to start my turn. We're turning final now. Okay, runway's all lit up. Lowe's Hardware, Marble Falls, Texas. I'll end the video when I get to my parking spot. It's interesting how we are creatures of habit, because I go to approximately the same place every time. You know, we used to raise hogs, pigs, to you new guys. We raised Duroc hogs. And one thing about a hog, a lot of people think they're filthy. Well, they're not. They're one of the cleanest animals on this planet, and we share a lot of characteristics with them. One of the things a hog will do, if you have them pinned up, a large group of them, they will pick one area, and that will be the pooping place, okay? They don't just go anywhere in the pen. They will go to that one spot or that area and poop. Yep. I know you wanted to know that, right? But be that as it may, guys, we're at Lowe's. I'm fixing to go do some walking because it's too cold for me to do it at home. You guys have a great day. Enjoy your life. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything your little heart desires. If you want a Prevost motorhome, a 747, or a Mercedes-Benz, please order it from Amazon using the link in the description, because I'm an affiliate and it doesn't cost you a dime. So do that thing, and also drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day will not hurt you. In fact, it's good for you. It will help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it will also help you avoid or lose weight if that's what you want to do. And then take deep breaths. And this one is probably the most important. Take a deep breath. Breathe in deep, hold it for a few seconds, and then breathe out. Do that several times a day during the day. And why? Because that relieves stress and that lowers your blood pressure. It really does. If you don't believe me, check it out. What else? Stretch, walk, keep your body in motion, because without your health, you're not going to enjoy your life at all. And anyway, we're going to be going camping in a couple of months somewhere. And I thank you for all your input on polishing the solar diamond. Y'all have a great day. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.